Hello, John.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. Good. I tried to review, got a little lost. Ha!
Hey, that's good though. It's good that you're reviewing it. You know,
Yeah,
there's a lot of value, in discovering where you get lost.
right. I think it's that same place where you have to pivot that leg around and then take a step in one motion, and your arms are
So,
doing.
so as far as the new section that we added,
Yeah, yeah. It's a
gotcha.
little. I just can't seem to get that.
Yeah, but the cool thing is again, and again, tell me if I'm wrong, but that was also a little bit of an issue when you first started stepping to the right, coming into ward off right,
Yeah, and now I can
right?
do that. Yeah.
Exactly, right. So I mean, it really is. It's kind of like again, man, I kind of liken it to playing a musical instrument. It's one of these things where the more you do it, right, just the easier it gets and the better it gets. And then you can kind of start layering in some of these nuances that make it even more efficient. Right. At first, the experience is really, kind of staccato, right? It's very, things are, they don't move smoothly. And then as time goes on, and the more you practice, the smoother it gets, right? So definitely, keep it going, John. That's great. I mean, it actually is encouraging that you're experiencing that because you're finding you're finding the little things that trip you up a little bit. And you wouldn't know that if you didn't practice.
Right.
Ellen,
Good
good
morning.
morning.
Hi,
How are
Ellen.
you?
Morning, John.
John, we just discovered that John practiced it. Ellen, did you practice your TaiChi form?
I did. Just now.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, that works. It works. It works. Great. And how is it for you?
Me, Ellen?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Slowly learning.
Okay, great.
The
Yeah.
movement. Very
That's
slowly.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's
If I
great,
don't
you guys.
totally concentrate, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I mean, again, John and I were just discussing this. I liken it to learning to play a musical instrument, right? Or anything that requires a certain level of skill. It requires a lot of attention at first.
Mm-hmm.
And then as time goes on, it requires a lot of attention to learn the form at first. And then as time goes on, what you'll end up finding is you'll want to place the attention on some of the various nuances.
Mm-hmm.
So it becomes less about the required attention to learn and more about the placing the attention on your body in order to experience the nuances, find the efficiency, and at the same time to experience the meditative aspect of it.
Yeah. I look forward to that.
Yeah. Keep practicing. Olivia's on with us. I can't see you. But I can hear you. Let me see.
I'll be there. I'm still wandering around. Oh boy, if you only knew what goes on here. I think I'm here.
Yep, I can see you.
Here you are.
I can see you.
Hi,
All
everybody.
right, you
Hey,
guys.
good morning.
Good morning.
So, Olivia, the moment of truth. Did you practice your form? Is that a yes?
I did
All
half of
right.
it. Because then I
Half
got
of it.
stuck.
Then you got stuck.
I always get stuck when we go after the two pushes.
Okay. Yep, and just turning into so before the new section that we added.
Yes.
Tea bag. The tea bag after
Yeah.
the tea lost.
Yep. Yeah, that's so funny. That's so funny. Jamie would every once in a while come to my classes when I used to teach in New York, and I would say the same thing. I would say, call it a stinky tea bag, and you got to put it in the trash can.
Oh,
I would
yeah.
say tea bag. Somehow she got stinky tea bag out of that, and so anytime she refers to that, it's the stinky tea bag. It's pretty funny. Oh, well, all right, you guys. Well, let's get rocking and rolling. And what we'll do today is again, we're gonna review. Let's see if we can hone in this posture, and the posture that we added on Tuesday. And then what we'll do is we'll probably, depending on how you guys are doing, we'll probably add the close today. And so what that is there's a way of closing the form, and it's a movement that really it belongs at the very end of the form. But since we're kind of creating an end cap here to this section of the form, I want you guys to practice this, and we'll discuss a way of ensuring, determining how to move forward with this. But we're going to put an end cap to it, and then we'll review. So next week, I think, Ellen, will you be joining us on Thursday, the 7th?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll continue our class again as is through next Thursday, and then we'll end the series after Thursday. And so what we'll do next week is we'll spend both sessions reviewing everything, this entire section of the form that you guys are learning. And then from after Thursday, we'll determine, and let me kind of figure out, and please provide me feedback, determine how we're going to move forward. More than likely, I want you guys to really work on this section and really hone it in before we start moving even further forward. Because again, it gradually gets even more and more complicated. Which I would love for you guys to go there, but I want you to get really comfortable with this first section. As you know, this first section, in what you'll find is it repeats, right? This first section is kind of like the course, so to speak, and the more it gets dialed in, the more. I mean, you can own this first section, and really, it can provide you with a lot of what TaiChi provides. Just practicing that first section.
Yeah, I would love to get relaxed at this form. When I look at the video, my face is so scrunched up with focusing.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah. It looks like
We have to wear our masks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very relaxed.
Yeah.
I think your hoop come into play.
Yeah, and Olivia's done it for a while. She's had she's done it in person several times. So
yeah.
But I'm a senior and I have no memory of it left.
Well, but you got to admit, right? It's in your body, though. There's at least a little something in your body.
Good muscle memory.
Right. All right. So let's begin, you guys. So again, as always, we'll start off with our qigong, and we'll move to our form from there. So again, let's just start off with a little bit of standing meditation. Comfortable stance, heels between hip to shoulder width, feet slightly turned out, just making sure you feel good. Again, if you want, close your eyes. We're just going to bring your attention, bring your awareness down to your feet. Just let your body weight ground down through the floor. Let your spine gently lengthen up. Again, just seeing how much contact you can have your feet make with the floor. Softening in the soles of the feet, softening in the arches of the feet. Grounding down through the heels, grounding down through the balls of the feet, and lengthening out through the toes. And releasing any tension around the ankles. As you soften up through the lower legs, soften in the muscles of the calves, soften the backs of the knees, soften the front of the thighs, and just letting go of any tension in the front of the hips. Let go in the belly, lengthen and widen through the lower back. Again, just imagine that little bungee cord attached to the tip of the tailbone, and it was pulling your tailbone deep down into the center of the earth. At the same time, you have that little bungee cord attached to the crown of the head, and as your tailbone is being pulled down into the center of the earth, the back of the skull or crown of the head is being pulled up towards the sky. And your body weight is grounding down through the floor. And we'll just move that release up through the ribs, releasing any tension in the muscles in between the ribs. Softening any tension in the muscles behind the chest, upper back. And just letting go of the shoulders. Letting go of any tension in the back of the neck. Softening in the armpits. And just allowing the arms to unwind, allowing the shoulders to unwind. Unwinding down to the elbows, softening in the elbows. Unwinding down to the forearms, softening in the wrist, softening in the palms of the hands, and releasing all the way out to the tips of your fingers. And just gently come back to the breath. Exhaling fully. Just allowing for that nice full inhalation to fill the body. Exhaling fully. Just allowing for that nice full inhalation to fill the body. Releasing any tension in the neck and in the jaw, muscles in the forehead, muscles behind the eyes. And again, we'll layer that visualization into your breath. So as you exhale, just imagining everything rooting down to the ground. And as you inhale, you're sucking nutrients up from those roots. You're pulling in water, light, energy, whatever works for you, right? Whatever visual works for you, pulling that up to the crown of the head and out to the tip of the fingers. And then again, as you exhale, you're channeling that back down into the floor. So again, inhaling, pulling the energy, light, breath, water up and out. And as you exhale, channeling it back down, and just stay with that visualization with your breath. And tap into your breathing rhythm. And then on your next inhalation, we'll open your eyes. And then as you exhale, keeping with that visual, again, we'll come back and we'll exhale, bring the palms down. As you inhale, we'll gently release and scoop, and splashing water on the face, and we'll just come into this gentle movement right here. I always like to begin with the exhalation, because that's most of us are in a slight state of inhalation, and we kind of hold it. So anytime that you want to take a deep breath or you need to take a deep breath, try exhaling all the air out of your lungs first. Exhaling fully. Exhale all the air out of your lungs. Wait for and allow for that inhalation to fill the body. And just stay with that. Let's go one more here. Exhale all the air out of your lungs. And wait for, and as you inhale, we'll pull the breath up. We'll flip the palms over and press up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, finger paint down the wall. Exhale fully. Inhale. All the way up. Exhale, finger painting down the wall. Inhale up. All the way up. Exhale, finger painting down the wall. Let's go one more here. Inhale up, all the way up. Exhale, finger painting down the wall. Now we'll splash water on the face. Exhale and release. And then we'll come in, we're going to stack the left palm over the right, right at the pubis, left at the sternum. We're going to bring that right arm up underneath the left, flip it over at the heart, and press on up to the ceiling, pushing down, both fingers pointing towards the midline, and then we're going to rotate like you're spinning a big wheel with your fingers. And again here, we'll go palm to, we'll turn them palm facing palm, we're going to flip, we'll bring that right hand up, flip it over at the chest, push on up. Again, you're going to spin the wheel with your fingers. Fingers go to the midline, and then we'll flip the palms over, and then again, same thing. Inhale as you come up, rotate and press. Exhale, spin the wheel with your fingertips. Right, fingers to midline, flip them over. Inhale, pull up and through. Fingers at the wheel, spin the wheel. Fingers to the midline of the body, flip the palms. Inhale, bring the palm up and through. Exhale, spin the wheel. Inhale, pull it through. Exhale, spin the wheel. One more time. Inhale, pull it through. Exhale, spin the wheel. Inhale, bring it together, and then we'll flip. So we'll take that right hand, bring it on top, left hand's gonna come underneath, and we'll do the same thing. So inhale, pull that left arm under and through, or behind and through. Exhale, spin the wheel. Inhale, flip the palms, pull that left hand behind, flip it over. Exhale, spin the wheel. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Great, you guys. And inhale, we'll bring it in. We're going to flip the palms over. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, opening up the arms. Exhale, twist and rotate to the right, looking over that right shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, we'll release. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, open up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, open up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back to center. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One more time each side. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, open up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release. Inhale, splashing water on the face. Exhale, and release. Take that big ball of breath, big ball of chi, pull it into the center of the belly. Diamond at the center of the belly. Diamond goes to the small of the back. Pressing the hips forward. Inhale, back up to standing. Flip the palms over, run them down the backs of the legs. Inhale around and slowly up the front of the legs. Diamond at the center of the belly. Diamond to the small of the back. Gently pressing the hips forward. Inhale, standing back up. Flipping the palms over, running them down the backs of the legs. Inhale slowly around and up. Diamond back at the center of the belly. Again, diamond to the small of the back, pressing the hips forward. Inhale up. Exhale, running them down the backs of the legs. Inhale slowly around and up. Let's just do that one more time. Exhale, diamond to the small of the back. Inhale up. Exhale, slowly down the backs of the legs. Inhale around. Up the front of the legs. Splashing water on the face. Exhale and release. Making gentle fists, we'll come into that constant there. Great, you guys. And we'll just shake off the legs a little bit, shake off the arms a little bit. All right, how's everybody feeling?
Good.
Nice.
Nice. Awesome. All right. Any questions about that? Any questions about the Qigong at all?
No, it's really wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
It's really wonderful. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, if you can, and I've this is, at risk of sounding like a broken record, I think that a lot of the beauty lies and the relaxation lies in your ability to exhale fully and wait for the inhalation to fill and to move the body. And again, I know you hear me say that all the time, and but it really is, there's something that a reset quality in the body when you can do that. And and this is not just Qigong kind of philosophy. It's also, there's pretty sound medical science regarding that as well, and what it does for the diaphragms, the respiratory diaphragm, and as well as the pelvic diaphragm. So, and how that affects even like the vagal nerve that runs kind of down through the center of the lower torso. It helps to stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system. So it really is exhale fully, reset, wait for it, allow that inhalation to fill the body, and you'll everything just kind of, your whole tension level will just drop, and you're probably experiencing that, right?
Right.
Yeah, and there's sound science behind it, right? It's not just kind of like a Qigong practice, right? Or even yogic practice. This is stuff that's been, reinforced through science. All right, you guys. Well, let's move into our TaiChi. And again, as always, we'll start off with just the footwork. We'll layer in that last little bit of footwork, and then we'll add the hands to it. All right. So again, right, feet together, heels touching. Hands either at your side or behind your back, whatever feels comfortable for you. We're going to release the ankles and knees and the hips. Shift your weight into that right foot. Step to the side with the left foot. Shift your weight into that left foot, and then turn that right foot in. Again, release the ankles and knees and the hips. Shift your weight back into that left foot. Pivot out on the heel of the right foot. Place that foot down. Shift your weight gently into that right foot. Step directly forward with the left, putting the heel down where the toes were. Shift it to the left. Pivot in the right. Soften the back of that knee. 1, let's spin to the left. 2, pivot back to the right. 3, take a step back into the right, putting the heel down where the pinky toe was. 4, shift your weight into that right foot. 5, turn that left foot in. Soften the back of that left knee. 1, shift your weight back into the left. 2, shift your weight forward into the right. Shift your weight back into the left. This is that new section that we added, right? Weights in that left leg. We're going to turn that right foot in on the heel. Place that foot down. You're going to gently shift that weight into that right foot. And as you do, right, you're going to soften the left knee and pick up that left heel. Then we're going to pivot out, spin out on that left ball toe, that left toe really. So again, we're bringing the hips and torso around as far as we can, and then we're going to take that step back into the right. You're going to shift your weight into that right or left foot. You're going to turn that left or right foot in, and again, we're on stance on that left side. Let's do it again, and let's do it again from the beginning. All right, so feet together, heels touching. Again, we're going to release the ankles and knees and then shift to the right, step to the left, shift to the left, turn to the right, soften ankles, knees, shift it to the left, pivot out on the heel of the right, place that foot down. Shift into the right, pick up that left heel, step directly forward with the left, putting the heel down where the toes were. Shift into the left, turn that right foot in, soften the back of that right knee. 1, spin to the left. 2, pivot back to the right. 3, take that step back into the right. Put that foot down, shift into that right foot, turn that left foot in, soften the back of that left knee. 1, shift the way back. 2, shift the way forward. 3, shift the way back. Turn that right foot in. Shift into the right. Pick up that left heel. Pivot out on that left ball toe. Bringing the hips and torso around. Take that step back into the left. Shift your weight into that left foot. Turn that right foot in. Soften the back of that right knee. Let's do it one more time. So again, we're going to release the ankles and knees and hands. Shift it to the right, step to the left, shift into the left, turn in the right, release ankles, knees, shift it to the left, pivot out on the heel of the right, place that foot down, shift to that right foot, step directly forward with the left, shift into that left foot, turn in the right. Soften the back of that right knee. 1, we're going to spin to the left, pick up the right heel. 2, pivot back on that right toe. 3, take that step back into the right. 4, shift your weight into that right foot. 5, turn that left foot in. Soften the back of that left knee. Shift your weight back into that left heel. Shift your weight forward into the right heel. One more time, back into that left heel. Spin that right foot in. Shift to the right as you soften that left knee, pick up that right heel, left heel, and then pivot out on that left toe. Again, we're bringing everything around. You're going to take that step back into the left, shift your weight into that left foot, and then turn that right foot in. Soften the back of that right knee. Beautiful. All right, how's everybody doing with this?
Good.
Better.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, John was mentioning how like the turn on that new section can be kind of funny. But one of the things that when you step, one of the things that I realized, and I just remembered this from learning the form about over 10 years ago, is we tend to, when we start stepping on a diagonal, we tend to kind of step in a rotational fashion. I don't know why we do that, but we do, and you don't need to. And what you'll find is if you start to step just straight back, it's going to be a lot easier. Here's what I mean by that. So I'm just going to go through this section again, and I'll point out what I'm referring to. So I'm going to shift the weight back. I'm going to shift the weight forward. Shift the weight back. I'm going to turn that right foot in. Shift to the right. Pick up that left heel. Pivot out on that left toe. So now I'm facing again. You know, my hips, my torso is facing that left upper quadrant. Now from here, instead of kind of stepping out, right, I'm going to just step back. And as I step back, and I don't know if you can see this on the video, but I'm kind of moving my torso a little bit. So there's a little bit of counterbalance here.
Yeah.
Right? So there's a little bit of counterbalance. And it makes it easier than trying to do this.
Right.
Right? Can you see the difference? So here's me trying to do, and this is what we often tend to want to do.
Yeah.
But here, what we want to do is just release the hips and kind of let the body, as the torso leans. We do this often when we strength train, right? We're doing that single leg touchdown or these lunges, right? It's kind of the same idea, right? So here, right, instead of trying to spin it out, I'm just going to hinge. Let that foot come into its place, and then shift the weight and turn it.
Yeah.
Give that a shot and see, right? So much of Tai Chi is about counterbalancing, right?
Mhm.
And here it's just harder to get that spin to occur. But if I just release the hips and step, it's a lot easier to find that position. So let's do that much again. Let's do it from this ward off right stance, right? So the right foot's going to be in front, left foot's behind, right? You're in that ward off stance. Right? So again, we'll come right to just the footwork. We're going to 1, shift the weight back. 2, shift the weight forward. Again, we're going to shift the weight back. We'll turn that right foot in. Shift your weight into that right foot. Pick up that left heel. Pivot out on this left big toe. Again, from here, so we're bringing everything around. Hips, shoulders, pointing to that upper left quadrant. Then again, we're going to just hinge from the hips a little bit. We're just going to hinge and then let the left leg go back as we let that torso hinge forward and to the right. Once you place that foot down, you're going to shift that weight, and then you're going to turn that foot in on the heel. And it may feel a little awkward at first. But
No, I think
is that helpful, John?
yeah, I think that's way better.
I do too.
Yes.
It's way easier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do that much again from that ward off right. So again, right, we're going to shift into the left, shift back into the right, shift into the left. We'll turn, spin that right foot in on the heel, spin to the right, pick up that left heel, pivot out on that left toe. Again, we're going to Sun Kwa, or release the hips, let the torso hinge as we step that left leg back, and then we'll shift our weight into that left leg. We'll turn that right foot in on the heel and come up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great,
That
great.
was easier.
Let's do, awesome. And yeah, it is, right? Because again, you're not trying to force something. We're using that because just the efficiency of the body as a lever, right, to move into place. Let's take it back further. Let's take it back to this ward off left position. So we'll go left foot in front, right foot behind. Right, ward off left. And we're going to do the same thing. So here's what we're going to do, right? We're in this position. We're going to, 1, we're going to spin to the left. 2, pivot back on that right ball toe. Now, you're really kind of doing the same thing here, right? You're going to Sun Kwa. You're going to release the hips in order to take that step out, back, and to the right, putting the heel down where the pinky toe was. But again, I want you to Sun Kwa, release the hips. Let that torso kind of hinge a little as you step back. So it's almost like imagine like you're, you want to go to the right, but it's a lake of ice, right? It's a frozen lake or frozen pond, and you want to just check and make sure it's okay first, right? So we're gonna hinge, we're gonna Sun Kwa, make that step, place that foot down, and then shift that weight and turn that foot in. Does that make sense to everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Great. Let's do it again. So again, from this ward off left, right, we're going to release ankles, knees, hips. We're going to spin to the left, pivot back to the right on that right ball toe. You're going to take that step, right, hinging Sun Kwa, take that step to the right, shift your weight into that right foot. We're going to turn that left foot in, releasing ankles, knees, hips. 1, we're going to shift the weight back. 2, we're going to shift the weight forward. Again, we're going to shift the weight back. We'll turn that right foot in on the heel, shift back into the right, soften that left knee, spin out on that left big toe, and then again, we're going to step back into the left. We're going to do that by releasing the hips, sun qua, and just let that left leg go back. Shift your weight into that left foot, turn that right foot in. Great, you guys. How are we doing here? Good.
Okay, good, good.
So let's take it one more time from the beginning, just the footwork, and just keep that in mind. Keep that again, that sun qua as you step, right? Letting that torso hinge. Keep that in mind as we're doing the stepping. And it's really in the very beginning as well, right? So even here, as I shift my weight into that right foot, I'm releasing in that hip and I'm just stepping to the side. And again, imagine literally like you were just checking to make sure that that ice was truly frozen before you shifted into place. All right, so let's do it again. Let's take it from the top. Again, we're going to release ankles, knees, hips. Shift to the right, step into the left. Shift to the left, and then turn in the right. Again, release the ankles and knees and the hips. We'll shift back into the left, pivot out on the heel of the right, place that foot down, shift your weight into that right foot, and then again, stepping directly forward with the left. Shift your weight into that left foot, turn that right foot in, soften the ankles, knees, hips. 1, we're going to spin to the left. 2, pivot back to the right. 3, take that step again. We're going to sun qua, release the hips, taking that step back into the right. Shift your weight into that right foot, and then turn that left foot in. Soften the back of that left knee. 1, shift the weight back. 2, shift the weight forward. 3, we'll shift the weight back. We'll pivot that right foot in on the heel. Shift your weight back into that right foot. Pick up that left heel. Pivot out on that left ball toe. Again, we're going to release the hips, sun qua, step that left foot back. Shift that weight into that left foot and then turn that right foot. All right, you guys. Great. Let's add this last section with the footwork. So let's take it from where we just left off. All right, so we're in this front stance, right, on the left side. We just moved over. We're going to add just this footwork. So it's really pretty simple. We're going to do the same thing we just did. We're going to shift the weight back into that right foot. We're going to turn this left foot in on the heel. We're going to shift your weight into that left foot, pick up that right heel, and now you're just going to step to the side with that right foot. And now we're standing, facing forward, facing like we began. Let's just do that much again. Left foot's in front, soften that right knee. Again, we're going to 1, shift back into the right. 2, turn that left foot in. Shift back into the left, step to the right, shift into the right, both feet facing forward. So pretty simple, right? Let's do it one more time, and then we'll put it all together. All right, so soften that back knee. 1, we're going to shift our weight into that right foot. 2, we're going to spin that left foot in. 3, we're going to shift our weight into that left foot, picking up that right heel. 4, we're going to step to the side. Shift our weight into that right foot, and then we're going to turn that left foot in. How you doing? It's a lot. That's okay. Let's take it back to ward off right. So we're going to take it back, ward off right. Right foot's in front. 1, let's shift that weight back into that left foot. 2, shift the weight forward into the right. Shift your weight back into the left. turn that right foot in, shift your weight into the right, pick up that left heel, spin out on the left big toe. Take that step back into the left, shift your weight into that left foot, then turn that right foot in on the heel, soften the back of that right knee. This is that new section, right? We're going to shift our way back into that right foot. You're going to pivot that left foot in. You're going to shift your way back into that left foot, pick up that right heel, and then step to the side with that right foot. Shift your weight into that right foot. Now we're going to turn that left foot completely in so both feet are facing forward, both heels on the same plane. And we're basically right where we first started with the hands up in the air. Let's do it again, this time from ward off left. So left foot's going to be in front, right foot's going to be in behind. One, we're going to spin to the left. Two, we're going to pivot back to the right on that right ball toe. Again, we're going to release the hips as we step back into the right. Shift your weight into that right foot. We're going to turn that left foot in, soften the back of that left knee. One, let's shift back into that left foot. Two, shift forward into your right foot. Again, shift back into your left foot, turn that right foot in, shift your weight into the right foot, pick up that left heel, pivot out on that left big toe. Again, we're going to release the hips, step back into the left, shift your weight into that left foot, turn that right foot in, soften the back of that right knee. This is that new section. One, shift your weight back into that right foot. Two, turn that left foot in. Shift your weight into the left foot, pick up that right heel. Again, we're going to sun cross, step to the right. Shift your weight into that right foot, turn that left foot all the way into where your feet are facing, pointing forward, heels hip width apart. Let's do it one more time in its entirety, adding that last section of your footwork. So again, we're bringing those feet together. We're going to soften the ankles and knees and the hips. Shift to the right, step to the left, shift to the left, turn the right. Again.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. We lost Jordan.
Did you lose me?
Yeah.
Am I back in action?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, all right. Let's take it again from the top. All right. So everybody with me?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So again, we're going to release ankles, knees, hips. Shift into that right foot. Step to the side with the left. Shift into that left foot. Turn in the right. Again, shift to the left. Pivot out on the heel of the right. Place that foot down. Shift into that right foot. Step directly forward with the left. Shift into that left foot. Then turn in the right. Again, we're going to spin to the left. Pivot back to the right. Soften the hips. Step to the right. Shift your weight into that right foot. Turn that left foot in. One, shift the way back. Two, shift the way forward. Again, shift the way back. Turn that right foot in. Shift your weight into the right. Pick up that left heel. Spin out on that left ball toe. Again, we're going to soften the hips. Step back into the left. Shift your weight into that left foot. Turn that right foot in. One, we're going to shift the way back. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Shift the way back. Turn that left foot in, pigeon toe. Shift your weight into that left foot as you soften and pick up that right heel. Take that step to the side. Shift your weight into that right foot all the way over. And then again, we'll turn that left foot in. So both feet are pointing forward. Both heels hip width apart. All right. How's everybody doing with this?
Good.
Good.
And that's the close of the footwork. Now, we spend so much time on just the footwork because it's essential. The hands are almost irrelevant if the feet aren't in where they're supposed to be. And everything down below, your foundation isn't supporting the upper body. It's like all this is almost irrelevant if we're not getting this part down pat,
Okay.
right? So that's why we get, and there's just so many little nuances in the footwork. And if you'll notice, right, the same thing that allows you to, that this softening or sungqua, this softening in the hips in order to be able to make that step, it's really happening in the very beginning. It's not just in order to let yourself spin, right? It's also, it's even right here, right? Really, and there's a lot of, in Tai Chi, there's all these little analogies that are given, these these metaphors that are often stated in order to kind of, to give you a visual and kind of create some kind of kinesthetic reference to understand how to move in the Tai Chi form and really kind of in life. And what's funny is, like, for years you'll hear something. I don't know if I go to my master's classes for years, and then all of a sudden it would just click, like, oh, that's what he's talking about, right? And so a lot of it is, it's learning how to, like, really kind of let go, untying a knot, right? In order for me to move, I want to untie the knot so I can tie another knot, right? Untie a knot so I can tie another knot. And a lot of times, and again, you don't have to grasp this now, I'm just kind of introducing you to the concept. A lot of times in Tai Chi, the movement that we perceive is often not the movement, but the unwinding or the result from the previous movement. And hang it with me, because here's what I mean by that. So when if I'm making that step, a lot of times what I want to do is release here, and then once I kind of wind into this position, all I'm doing is unwinding, right? Once I shift and I unwind into position, right, I'm going to wind into position. Now all I'm going to do is just unwind, if that makes any sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's really what we're doing. At first we tend to kind of think move, move, move. And what you're going to find is the more comfortable you have with that weight releasing onto that one leg, kind of winding into that hip joint, then all we're doing is kind of unwinding in order to step, right? And as we shift weight and we kind of wind into that hip joint, all we're doing is really unwinding and letting that foot spin around, right? And so again, you don't have to grasp that right now, but that's some of an introduction to some of these concepts that makes it really efficient and also makes it feel good. To me, Tai Chi is kind of like sitting in a rocking chair, right? What you'll find is it just ends up kind of being this perpetual motion, right? My Tai Chi master says, I don't do the form, the energy does. And, and that has this kind of mystical connotations, and sometimes some people analyze it to death. My thought is well, it's kind of like a pendulum. He's just starting a pendulum swing. So if he's, you're shifting all of a sudden, and then you just start letting the body kind of unwind and move where it wants to move, all of a sudden now you're really doing so little to actually get the body to move in its place. And it's just winding and unwinding, just like a pendulum, winding on itself and then unwinding on itself. Winding on itself and then unwinding on itself. I hope that's helpful. Again, hang on to that. Let's add the hands to this. Right? And so what we'll do is we'll go all the way through to that first section. We'll review that first section several times, and then we'll add the close. All right, you guys. So we'll start off, again, feet together, heels touching. Hands to your sides, right? Soft and open in the armpits. Thumbs gently released back towards the thighs. We're going to shift our weight into that right foot. Step to the side with the left. Shift into the left and then pivot in the right. Again, exhale fully as you inhale. We'll reach those hands forward and out. and then we'll gently pull those fingertips back to you. The tailbone drops, the elbows drop, and the fingers rise. And then we're just going to finger paint down the wall. Shift your weight into that left foot, winding into that left foot. We're going to turn out on the heel of the right, left palm under right. We'll place that foot down, shift your weight into that right foot, pick up that left heel, step directly forward with that left foot. Shift your weight into that left foot. We're going to turn that right foot in. Left hand comes in front, right hand goes down. 1, we're going to spin to the left, both palms face each other. 2, spin back to the right. 3, release the hips, step back into the right, shift your weight into that right foot, and then we'll turn that left foot in. The left elbow drops, the right hand's in front. 1, we're going to turn to the right. 2, we're going to shift back, left hand below the right elbow. 3, we're going to sweep the hands down and away. The palms float up, chest height, shift that weight forward, and then press the palms together. Shift the way back, open up the hands, shift the way forward, push that big wave of water. Shift the way back, extend through the arms. Turn that right foot in as you bring those that right foot around. Shift your weight into that right foot. Again, we're going to put a pinch of salt into the hand, right, into the palm. And then we're going to take that pinch of salt and we're going to extend. As we turn to the left, right, we're going to reach that right hand up into the right, and you're going to put that pinch of salt in that pot up into the right. Then again, from here, we're going to release the hips, step back into the left, shift your weight into that left foot, turn in as you bring the palm up, and then we're going to turn that right foot in as we turn the palm over and we bring that right arm around. All right, you guys, let's take it again from ward off right. So we're going to come back to that ward off right. Yeah, 1, we'll turn to the right. 2, shift into the left, left palm below the right elbow. 3, sweep the arms down and away. Palms will float up. Shift the weight forward, press the palms together. Shift the weight back, open up the hands. Shift the weight forward, push that big wave of water. Shift the weight back, extend through the arms. Turn that right foot in as you bring the arms around. Shift your weight into that right foot, pinch salt in the hand. Take that pinch of salt, spin out, put that pinch of salt in the pot in the upper right. Again, we're going to release the hips as you step back into the left. Shift your weight into that left foot. We'll bring that left palm up. We're going to turn that right foot in as we turn the palm over and we bring the arm around. Yeah. And so notice, it's kind of hard to see, but notice, so my hand, right, I've still got that pinch of salt, right? I've still got that pinch of salt in my hand. So let me show you guys this. I think this will be helpful. I'm going to show you, I don't want to confuse you too much, but I'm going to show you from the other direction. So you're going to see me as if you were, from the front. So I'm here and ward off right. 1, I'm going to turn to the right, shift the weight back, roll the hands down and away. The palms float up. I'm going to shift the weight forward, press the palms together. Shift the weight back, open up the hand, or shift the weight back, extend through the arms. We're going to turn that right foot in, bring the palms around. Shift back into the right, pinch of salt in the hand. Then I'm going to spin out, pinch of salt in the pot, right? So spin out, pinch of salt in the pot. I'm going to take that step back into the left, shift my weight into that left foot. That left palm comes up right in front of my face. And then as I turn that right foot in, I'm bringing that arm around and I'm turning that palm over. Let me do that one more time. Again, just observe. Ward off right. 1, turn to the right. 2, shift the weight back. 3, we're going to sweep the hands down and away. Palms float up, shift the weight forward and press. Shift the weight back, open up the hands, shift the weight forward and push. Shift the weight back, extend through the arms. Turn it, Shift into the right, pinch of salt in the hand, extend and open up. Take that step back into the left, shift my weight into that left foot, and then I'm gonna bring that palm up. Now notice, so my hip and my arm are kind of on that same plane. So now as I turn that right foot in, I'm gonna bring this whole unit around, right? So that as that hip comes, that shoulder comes, and that arm comes with it, right? At the same time, we're turning that palm over. Is there any questions about that?
No, I think that was helpful.
Okay,
Yeah, that
great,
was helpful
great.
from that direction.
All right, you guys, let's do it again. Let's do it from, we'll go from ward off right, then we'll take it back from ward off left, and then we'll put it all, and put it all together. So again, ward off right. 1, we'll spin to the right. 2, shift the weight back. 3, sweep the hands down and away. Palms float up, shift the weight forward, press the palms together. Shift the weight back, open up the hands. Shift the weight forward, push that big wave of water. Shift the weight back, extend through the arms. Turn that right foot in, bring the arms around. Shift back into the right foot, pinch of salt in the palm. Extend, rotate, and open up. Right, so we're gonna spin that right hand out. Take that step back into the left. Shift your weight into that left foot. That left palm comes up. And again, we're gonna turn that left palm over as we turn that right foot in, bringing that right arm around. Again, still holding that pinch of salt or that tea bag. Great, you guys, that looks good. Let's take it back from ward off left. Right, so ward off left, right palm down, left palm in front. We're gonna 1, spin to the left, both palms face each other. 2, pivot back to the right. 3, take that step back into the right. Shift your weight into that right foot, and then we're gonna turn that left foot in. The left elbow drops, the right hand comes out in front. 1, turn to the right. 2, shift the weight back. Left palm below the right elbow. 3, sweep the arms down and away. The palms float up. Shift the weight forward. Press the palms together. Shift the weight back. Open up the hands. Shift the weight forward. Push that big wave of water. Shift the weight back. Extend through the arms. Turn that right foot in, bringing the arms around. Shift your weight back into that right foot. Pinch of salt in the palm. Turn and open up on that left ball toe. Take that step back into the left, shift your weight into that left foot, the left palm comes up, and we're going to turn that right foot in as we bring that right arm around. Left palm turns over. All right, let's take it from the beginning. So again, heels together. We're gonna release ankles, knees, hips. Shift into the right, step to the left, shift into the left, turn in the right. Again, release ankles, knees, hips. Inhale, reaching out. Exhale, pull those fingers back. Inhale, the tailbone drops, the elbows drop, the fingers rise. Exhale, we'll finger paint down the wall. 1, shift into the left. 2, pivot out on the heel of the right. Pick up that ball. 3, shift your weight into that right foot. Step forward with the left. Shift your weight into that left foot. We're going to turn that right foot in. The left hand comes up. The right palm goes down. 1, spin to the left. Pick up that right heel. 2, pivot back to the right. 3, take a step back into the right. 4, shift your weight into that right foot. 5, turn that left foot in on the heel. Left elbow drops, right hand comes in front. 1, turn to the right. 2, shift the weight back. 3, sweep the arms down and away. The palms float up, shift the weight forward, press the palms together. Shift the weight back, open up the hands. Shift the weight forward, push that big wave of water. Shift the weight back, extend through the arms. Again, we'll turn that right foot in, bring the arms around. Shift your weight back into the right foot, pinch of salt in the palm. Pivot out on that left ball toe. Right hand comes up into the right. Take a step back into the left. Shift your weight into that left foot. Bring that left palm up. Turn that right foot in as you bring the arm around and turn the palm over. All right. So let's do this. I want you guys just to observe me one time facing forward. I'm going to do the form, and then what we'll do is we'll do it one more time together. Then we're going to add this final section. Do you guys have any questions so far?
No, a lot of times I couldn't see you. I could see Ellen and Olivia. And I think it's because
Okay.
you're not.
Yeah,
So-
Exactly. Yep. Yeah. You
So,
know, if that's ever the case, or what you can even try to do, if because I'm not sure if I think it senses talk.
Yeah.
But we can always go to gallery view, or what I can do is I can mute everybody the next time I do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you guys have any questions so far?
no, it's a whole different thing in silence than it is with
Totally. Totally. And that's, it is, right? And it's it's more challenging on a video than it is in person, right? Because in person, you can kind of really experience what's happening.
Right.
And I think that's really key with Tai Chi. Just like with yoga, right? You lose the rhythm, even of the breathing when you're doing it on a video. But the first phase, and what I always have people do is like once you learn a section, then the first thing is to do it quietly, right?
Yeah.
Without me saying anything, because that's the first exposure to where you're having difficulty, right?
Yeah.
And then doing it on your own. But let's do this. I want to add this final section of the hands, right? The final section of the hands, and then we're going to put it all together, and then we'll come back, we'll revisit it on Tuesday, and we'll just kind of work through the entire form again. But
Okay.
let's add just the last bit of the hands. It's actually pretty simple. There's not a whole lot going on. I'll first show you from behind because that's the way that we've been doing it, and then we'll do it from the front. And we're just going to do this final section before we bring it in. So let's go back to this. This is called single whip, right? So the left foot's in front, right foot's behind. Left palm is in front. Right, and again, imagine like you're saying, whoa, slow down to somebody. And that right arm is out to the side, right? Putting that pinch of salt in the pot. So, number one, we're going to shift our way back into that right foot. And as we do, we're going to leave that left hand where it is. Right, so we're just going to straighten that left arm. So one, shift the way back, extend that left arm. Two, we're going to turn that left foot in. And as we do, that right arm is going to go with the hip. It's going to turn to the right. Shift your weight into that left foot. We're going to pick up that right heel, step back into the right. And again, that right arm's coming with it. You're going to let go of that salt. You're going to shift your weight into that right foot, turn in the left. And then from here, all we're going to do is we're going to sweep the arms down. Then we're going to bring them up. The right arm is going to come in front, the left arm behind, and then you're going to sweep down. Right? So let me show you from the front. So one, and I'm just going to, you guys just observe. One, we're going to shift, extend the arm. Two, turn in. Three, step back. Four, release, right arm in front, and then arms down. Let me show you one more time. 1, shift and extend. 2, turn in. 3, step back, open up the hand, release, right arm in front, left arm down. And that's the close of the form. Let's do it together. Let's do it together. All right, so here we are in this single whip. Left palm saying, whoa, 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 slow down. Right hand, pinch of salt in the pot. We're going to 1, shift the weight back, extend the left arm. 2, turn that left foot in. 3, shift into the left, pick up that right heel. 4, step to the side with that right foot. 5, shift your weight into that right foot. 6, turn that left foot in, both feet facing forward. Palms are open. We're going to exhale, bring the hands down, a little bit of a squat. We're going to inhale, right hand comes in front of that left forearm, right in front of left, and then we're going to exhale, release the palms down. So you're right back where you started in the Tai Chi form. All right, let's do it again. So single whip. 1, shift back, straighten the arm. 2, turn the left foot in. Shift into the left, pick up that right heel, step to the right. Shift into the right, turn that left foot in, both palms are open. We're going to bring the palms down. Then the right forearm comes in front of the left forearm, and then we're going to sweep and bring both hands down. Let's do it one more time. 1, shift the weight back. 2, turn that left foot in. 3, shift it to the left, pick up that right heel, step to the right. Shift into the right, turn that left foot in, both palms open up. We're going to bring the arms down. The right forearm comes in front, and then we sweep both arms down. How do you guys feel about that?
That's a nice one.
All right. So let's take it from ward off right? So we'll take it back even just a little bit further. So ward off right. 1, we'll turn to the right. 2, shift the way back, left palm below the right elbow. 3, sweep the arms down and away, palms face out. Shift the weight forward, hands come up, and press. Shift the weight back, open up the arms, shift the weight forward, push that big wave of water. Shift the weight back, extend through the arms. Turn that right foot in as we bring the arms around. Shift your weight into that right foot, pinch of salt in the palm, pick up that left heel, pivot out on that left ball toe as we take that pinch of salt, put it in the palm. Take that step back into the left, shift your weight into that left foot. That left palm comes up facing you. Turn that right foot in on the heel. Right, single whip. We brought that right arm around. 1, we're going to shift the weight back, extend through that left arm. 2, turn that left foot in. 3, shift into the left, pick up that right heel. 4, take step to the side with the right. Shift into the right, turn that left foot in, both feet facing forward, both palms open up. Sweep the arms down, the right hand, right forearm on the front, left on the rear, and then we'll slowly release. Let's do that much again from ward off left. So ward off left, right? Left foot in front, right foot behind. Left arms holding the beach ball, left arms in front of the chest, right hands down to the side. 1, spin to the left, both palms face each other. 2, spin back to the right. 3, take that step back into the right. Shift your weight into that right foot. Turn that left foot in, left elbow drops, right hand comes up in front of the chest. 1, turn to the right. 2, shift the weight back, left hand below the right elbow. 3, sweep the arms down and away. The palms float up, shift the weight forward, press the palms together. Shift the weight back, open up the hands. Shift the weight forward, push that big wave of water. Shift the weight back, extend through the arms. Turn that right foot in as you bring the arms around. Shift your weight into that right foot, pinch of salt in the palm. Spin and open up on that left ball toe, extending that right arm out. Take that step back into the left. Shift your weight into that left foot. That left palm is going to come up. We're going to turn that right foot in as we bring that right arm around. 1, shift your weight back into the right. Extend through the left arm. 2, pivot that left foot in. 3, pick up that right heel, step to the right. Shift your weight into that right foot. Turn that left foot in. Extend through both arms. Exhale. Release the arms down. The right hand comes in front, left from behind, and release. Let's do all that from the beginning. So again, heels touching. We'll release, ankles, knees, hips. Shift to the right, step to the left. Shift to the left, turn to the right. Release, ankles, knees, hips. Inhale, reaching out. Exhale, pull those fingers back to you. Tailbones drop, elbows drop, fingers rise, finger paint down the wall. Shift your weight into that left foot, pivot out on the heel of the right foot, place that foot down. Shift your weight into that right foot, step directly forward with the left foot. Shift your weight into that left foot, turn that right foot in. Left hand comes up, right palm goes down. 1, we'll spin to the left, both palms face each other. 2, spin back to the right. 3, take that step back into the right. Shift your weight into that right foot. Turn that left foot in. The left elbow drops. The right hand comes up in front of the chest. 1, turn to the right. 2, shift the weight back. Left hand below the right elbow. 3, sweep the arms down and away. The palms float up. Shift the weight forward. Press the palms together. Shift the weight back. Open up through the arms. Shift the weight forward. Push that big wave of water. Shift your weight back, extend through the arms. Turn that right foot in, bring the arms around. Shift back into the right, pinch of salt in the palm. Extend and open up, pinch of salt in the pot. Take that step back into the left. Shift into that left foot. Left palm comes up. We're going to turn that right foot in as we bring that arm around. 1, shift into that right foot, extend that left arm. 2, turn that left foot in. 3, pick up that right heel, step that foot to the right. Shift into the right, turn that left foot in on the heel, open up the palms. Sweep the arms down. The right arm comes in front, left arm behind, and then sweep the arms down. How's everybody feeling with this?
Good. I think the things that were hard last week are not so hard this week.
That's it, right?
Better.
That's it. That's it. So here's what I would like to do. We're running a little over, but I'm going to go through the form one more time facing you guys. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute you all so it'll stay on me. I think that'll help help keep it on you guys, or help stay at the right. Okay, here we go. All right. So, all right, you guys. So everybody should be muted. Now, hopefully the screen should stay on me. Well, I'm going to go through this. I'm going to go through the entire thing, and then we'll go back and we'll do it all together. So just observe during this session. And look for anything that you're kind of struggling with. See if you can find the answers. All right. So I can hear you guys. Any
Okay.
questions?
That was really lovely, Jordan.
Yeah,
Yeah. Really nice.
yeah.
Awesome.
Peaceful.
Yeah, great. You know, what makes it that way?
It looks so
It's
it looks so simple when you do it, and it looks so complicated when I do it.
Mhm.
Simple and smooth. No, that's great job. Simple and smooth, right?
Right.
Simple
Yeah.
and smooth. And I think that's this. The smooth comes from, and again, I want, and it's not boasting on my own behalf as far as being practicing this. I don't. It's really about it's it's the movements that begin to string together, right? And that's kind of what I wanted you guys to see is it really is this release that allows everything, this winding and unwinding, as opposed to move, 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 right? There's this release and move, right? There's
Yeah.
this unwinding and winding, and this that allow at the hips and at the shoulders specifically, that allows for that freedom of motion.
Cool.
And we'll dive more into that. That's some of more of those nuances, but it really is, it's that untying the knot to tie the knot, and it all starts even right here, right? This release, this winding, so you can unwind, this wind so you can unwind, right? Master Chen would say, fall asleep, wake up, fall asleep, wake up. So let's just one more time together before we close. We'll do it all, that whole form in its entirety, and see if for yourself. It doesn't have to be perfect, but see if you can find see if you can find a little bit of the smoothness in your form. Right? It doesn't have to be perfect. Sometimes it's just good to just let go of trying to do something and let your body kind of just carry you through it.
Yeah, I bet.
Because you'll be surprised what you know, right? You'll be surprised what your body already has retained. Let's do it together. Again, just let go of any notion of what you need to do right. I'll talk us through this though at the same time. So again, we're going to release the ankles, the knees, and the hips. Shift to the right, step to the left, shift to the left, spin in the right, release ankles, knees, hips. Inhale, reaching out. Exhale, pull the fingers back to you. Tailbone drops, the elbows drop, the fingers rise, and we're going to finger paint down the wall. Again, we'll shift into that left foot, pivot out on the heel of the right, place that foot down, shift into the right, step forward with the left, shift into the left, and then turn that right foot in on the heel. 1, we'll spin to the left, both palms face each other. 2, spin back to the right. 3, take that step back into the right, shift your weight into that right foot, turn that left foot in on the heel. 1, turn to the left. 2, shift the weight back. 3, sweep the arms down and away, palms float up, shift the weight forward and press. Shift the weight back, open up the hands, shift the weight forward and then push. Shift the weight back, extend through the arms, turn that right foot in, shift into the right, pinch of salt in the palm, take that pinch of salt, put it in the pot as you spin out on that left toe, take that step back into the left, shift your weight into that left foot, left palm floats up, turn that right foot in as we bring the arm around and turn the palm over. 1, shift the weight back, extend through the arm. 2, turn that left foot in. 3, soften, pick up that right heel, step to the right, shift your weight into that right foot, turn that left foot in, open up the hands, exhale down, inhale, right hand comes in front, exhale, and release.
Yeah,
All
that
right,
was
you
nice.
guys.
That was nice.
Good, good.
Yeah.
Any questions?
Well, will this one be on a video?
Yep, I'll go back. I'll shoot it. I'll do another video. This class will be uploaded. and then I'll also shoot another video with the
Okay,
clothes.
wonderful. That's so helpful. Yeah.
Good.
Thank you, Jordan.
All right, you guys. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. So I'll see
Oh,
you all Friday, tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have a question for everybody. Does anybody need a day bed, the kind that the lower mattress slides out and makes into a king? I have one free and all the bedding that goes with it. If you need it, or if you know somebody,
No,
just come and get it.
Okay.
Here's open.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Bye, Olivia. Bye, John.
Bye, Ellen.
Bye, everybody. Thank you, Jordan. See you.
Bye, Olivia.